What's going on, guys? Chuck here. Today, I just wanted to talk a little bit about a name that's become more and more familiar as of late, and that is Blockbuster box sets. And we've talked about them before with the Night of Demons box set, with the Jaws box sets, or not box sets necessarily, but the boxes they create. I mean, no movies involved, but these great care and detail and artwork they're putting together for collectors who would like to have their movies, their physical media on better display than what may get from studios. The Jaws one is a huge one we talked about numerous times, and it's become even more popular thanks to other content creators sharing that, and rightfully so. It's great. And I think, before I've shown two videos on two different versions of that set, I think here coming in the next month or so, this is like, for reference, this is like the end of July, but sometime in August, I think they're going to be pre-ordering an even new revised version of that Jaws box, along with a couple other great sets. There's a Back to the Future box coming, a Blade Runner. What else was there? The Batman one. That's one that I'm really excited about, especially if you've got the Batman 4K box that they released from which is nice, but could have been a little better. Well, Blockbuster boxes to take care of you. So that's all coming in the future. They're currently he's on a slight break while he's catching up with orders because the shop blew up recently. It's an Etsy shop, self-run. He's trying to get more outside manpower, if you will, to help process these orders because his demand has become really strong. And these are handcrafted, they're beautiful, but I just really wanted to excuse me, get a shout out, and just you really if you haven't yet, check him out. Follow him on Facebook, Blockbuster box sets. I cannot talk. It's still early. Follow him on Facebook for all the up to date details on what's coming out, the pre-orders, when they'll be available, sneak peeks of stuff, and any kind of question you want. You can find any information right there. But what I wanted to do here was to showcase a couple of not just the boxes, but the actual slip boxes, slip cases, if you will, that he also creates. Which are nice for your little individual Blu-rays. I've talked a little bit about before, but I just recently got a new batch. A new order came in, so I want to cover that and to show off what I got. So, sometime back, about a year ago or so, the 4K of Poltergeist was released, and it's great 4K. I'm getting all that, but I was never really thrilled with this slipcover. And of course, the art's inside still the same. Studio releases, that's what they're going to do. And of course, you also got the little sticker here warning you about, I think, epileptic seizure because of the shock, whatever. Interesting. But, this does not beat. This is kind of a random generic image. I mean, I guess it's kind of in the film. It's like, I guess this is an image from the film. But it's just not the iconic image you want. Well, Blockbuster box sets took care of that with a nice slip box of Poltergeist. And this is really great. There's the side here, and then the back image. And again, this is very hard. And this will fit your Blu-ray with a slipcover beautifully. It looks really nice in there too. So, there. This is a great way. Like I said, you get that 4K, but you get this nice original art again. And, it just makes it look a little more pristine sometimes when you have these extra cases. I love how the spine of that Blu-ray looks really nice in here too. So, other ones recently released was, excuse me, Scream Factory did the 4K for Creepshow, which I was up in the arms about getting because I do have that great Blu-ray from Scream Factory, which I mentioned sometime way back when me and the kids watched it, which is great. But I decided I want to go and get the 4K. And it's great. And they had the original artwork, of course, as most of these Scream Factory 4Ks do. But compared to the original release with that nice cover, hardbox cover, and, even the Creepshow 2 from Arrow, which has a nice, their limited edition cover, it seemed like it was lackluster with the Blockbuster box sets and got a hard case. Now, I mean, the image, poster work or artwork is very similar, a little, faded clothes. Well, I like that, and I've always loved this poster. It's right there at the end of my stairs when you come down. I always love the creep show. It's like welcoming into, the theater, and for a whole lot of creepy fun. But again, hard case, sure. And I like that he actually puts the little Scream Factory logo on the bottom and can make it seem more authentic. And then you've got image here in the back, and of course, slides in there beautifully. Creep show, great way to showcase it. Okay, now, as we've been talking about here recently, I am trying to upgrade my Best Picture collection. It's been an ongoing collection for years. I've talked about it. Playtimes won't go into too much, but I'm always trying to upgrade it. And in doing so, he's actually helped me out with that too, because there's a couple films that he actually has these slip boxes for Best Picture winners. And the two I previously got this most recent was Oppenheimer, and this was all I got was the 4K. And this is one of the ones that sold out so quickly. I didn't get a slipcover, but it's the 4K for Oppenheimer, and got the nice box, which I think I've showed this all before prior, but this is really nice, and it's just a great way to showcase, my best pictures. Nope, slip right out there. And then my other ones I was really excited about was Titanic. I love this movie. I've talked about plenty of times before, and once I got the 4K by itself, so I don't have to keep trying to dig out of that nice limited edition set, it was nice to get this box to showcase in. And I also love that he put one of my favorite images. I love this particular poster, and he made an image here in the back, which is really cool. So that's great. Now, the recent ones I bought, I just upgraded my DVD of Braveheart in my 4K, and he happened to have a Braveheart slip box, which is really nice. And again, I love the attention detail with the Paramount logo at the bottom. That's really cool. No gifts in the back. Slide right in, and again, it just looks beautiful. Braveheart, and it's a nice. It is, again, being a Best Picture winner. While this isn't bad, but it's nice to have. Again, this image just makes it seem more pristine. I always like that for Best Pictures. Let's see. Now, this one I just talked about recently, and that was Lawrence of Arabia, the Steelbook. And I said I've talked about before many times ad nauseum. I'm not the biggest Steelbook person. But I love this movie. I want to get this edition. And I talked about how I was disappointed that as good as that artwork is, as nice as it doesn't say Lawrence of Arabia anywhere on there. So that's kind of a disappointment. He came through for me once again, and he actually had a Lawrence of Arabia slip box available. And what's cool is it actually has that Steelbook image on the back. So that's a nice, best of both worlds, if you will. And the Steelbook slides right in there. I can turn around the other way. Slides right in there. You can see the spine. And I love this so much more now. Like I said, great to have this little 4K Steelbook. Even though I'm not a big Steelbook fan, but this makes up for it. Is now I get, the image what I want, where it actually says Lawrence of Arabia, has Peter O'Toole, and I get the Steelbook image in the back. So it's a great, best of both worlds. And this makes it seem even more pristine than the Steelbook. The last one I picked up, this is a funny one, and I'll tell you why. And not funny, but and that was The Departed, which is a great movie. This was like 2006 Best Picture winner. Great image in the back. Love this movie. However, all I have currently is a DVD of this. I do need to buy the 4K, so I bought this, kind of in advance, and to get the 4K. So, this is what I have right now, and obviously, I did mention this before. These are strictly for Blu-rays, so DVDs will not fit in here. DVDs will not fit in here. These are strictly for Blu-rays, Steelbooks, and your average Blu-ray was slipped. So But yeah, I'm really excited for this because this is definitely. I mean, I'm going to upgrade it. Obviously, I was going to before, but this now I really have a reason to go out and grab that 4K The Departed very soon. So that's it. Just a real quick rundown of some new slip boxes, and again, it's to talk about Blockbuster box sets and the great work he's doing there. Again, it's an Etsy shop. He's been doing a lot of work on his own. He's starting to hire, I think, get some extra help and help not only mass produce it, but well, maybe mass produce, but get the stuff out more to meet up with some demand. Because as of late, how it's I think he's really kind of soared in popularity again thanks to the viral nature of the Jaws box set going out, which is a great set I've talked about before. It is a fantastic set. It's especially with the 4Ks that just come out for the Jaws films, it's a great way to showcase them even more. And he's done stuff in the past. The people talked about before. I heard of him. Stuff I really wish I'd gotten that I missed out on. But he's always making new stuff, and that's the great thing. And these slip boxes that he makes, the box sets are the big things, and obviously, they're like limited quantities. I think when he makes them, so it's basically you really got to get in there when you can. But the slip boxes, I think are a little more easily accessible, and they run about I think on average about $11 depending. And usually, with Etsy at a certain price, I think he has, free shipping when you get so much. So, and those are usually, they fluctuate, but they're there, as long as supplies last, I guess. But they're restocking the individual slip boxes, at least as far as I can tell. Don't quote me on that. But those are a great thing, you get. And also, the box sets. You definitely want to, get those box sets. I just spit everywhere. I'm sorry. Definitely want to get those box sets when they become available. Go to Blockbuster box sets on Facebook. Get the updates. See the sneak peek. See what he's put out there because he's always updated. He just recently put out a teaser for the Nightmare on Elm Street slip box. That 4K is coming out here very shortly along with the Steelbook. They just released image artwork I think yesterday before. For the American version. We don't know about the foreign one that was coming out, a collector's edition, but he has put out artwork for his own slip box, which looks amazing. So go check that out and follow him. He's a great guy. I've actually talked to him personally, and he's helped me out a lot. Great customer service with a lot of these sets. But go check him out. Follow him. You will not be disappointed. He's a bit of a hiatus right now while he's catching up on orders. But as most Etsy shops do, I think I maybe said that. But definitely check him out. If you want to show off your collection even more, if you got some of those individual films that I just wish to look a little better, maybe he can help you out. You never know. So that's it for this one. If you enjoyed this, click thumbs up, share, subscribe, leave me a comment below. And I don't know. Lost for words. Leave me a comment below. Let me know if you've got these boxes. That's what I'm trying to say. It is still early. I should still be asleep. Or just say hi. I'll always say hi. So until next time, this is Chuck saying I will see you on the other side.